As it is, this is my journey on the Fridays from where I live, going towards Victoria. And basically it's a pleasant journey. And today I went there, fairly quiet. So I'm going to share something from the Bible right now. And it's new to me every time I read it. So I thank the Lord and bless His holy name, all that He has done for me and what He can do for you. So I'm reading from the book of Matthew chapter 18, starting from the first verse. And I'm just going to read a few verses. So Matthew chapter 18. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except you be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And I would say that God wants the best for us. He really does. And not many people believe that. They tend to have a very negative view about God. Even today, when I spoke to teenagers in our outreach, they were more or less very confused about the things of the kingdom. So I just want to share a very quick word, which is from this passage. Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child. So be as little children. What is it to be as little children? Well, it's not to be foolish, but of course to be innocent and humble. And Jesus set him in the midst of them. Now, what does it mean to be in the midst? That is more or less to be the center of attention, and where everybody can see you, and also an example. So that's why Jesus set the child in the midst. And it's amazing. This passage is absolutely amazing and encouraging, where we have Jesus using a child as the example. Whereas we think that all those people with grey hair and elderly are the first examples. Of course, we should obey and respect elders. But in this passage, these disciples, they were tending to think that they need to be the ones that should have authority and rule and command. But Jesus uses the simple example of a child to help us to understand humility. So, unless you be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So be as children, but converted. So turn around and be strengthened from the base upward, and that you will understand what it means to be as a child serving Christ.